Being an interior designer, part of the job is to keep up with new products and innovations, and how you do that is go to trade shows and designer showroom days. I've been to a couple of design days, training days recently. My name is Maureen Collier. I'm an interior designer based here in Cork in Ireland. I thought I'd show you exactly what I pick up when I go to these places. First off, the trade show, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 bags to unbag. Some of them have quite a lot of stuff, other suppliers can't afford. First up is this one from White Lines, and they just give you their catalogue, which is always helpful, and just the bags. The bags are helpful for carrying samples around. Next up is from Albany Home Decor, and they're a store that supplies paint. Typically you get a lot of paint charts. This one is the Benjamin Moore Fan Deck. That's an American brand, really good neutrals. And then we have a whole load of their colour card charts. You get all these, and it's good to, when you've got the time to go through them, and you can just see what it's available. They also do prestige, and again there's the catalogue with all the colours and some inspiration photos, some more colour charts. We also get contact pages, cards, and then this one is Little Green, Colour Trend, a little storer for storing your paint when you're doing paint samples, pencils, always handy, and paint and paper library. They have some gorgeous colours as well. These are all the paint companies that Albany Decor supply, and then this is a fan deck for designers for prestige. That's Albany Decor, and typically that's what you find in a lot of the paint suppliers. And then this one is Dulux Heritage, and again another catalogue for their outdoor selection, another Dulux Heritage fan little chart. And then this is how they do their designer packs. Each of the pack is A5, so you can get a better view, or your clients can get a better view of the paint because it's a bigger sample. Again, a pencil that never goes to waste. And then this one is the Dulux Trade Fan Deck, so it's got all the colours in here. That's very typical of paint suppliers. And then the last one here is, this is from Wow Surface, and they produce wall colourings of all different variety. There's some fantastic selections, and again they have the catalogue and information packs, and these are actually they really are the important bits, because they give you the full range, give sort of smaller leaflets like that. And then they gave us some samples of wall colouring, so you can see there's a wall covering, how thin. That's another one, see, it glitters. And these simply all go on the wall. They're amazing. That's another one, really cool. And then this one is really cool. It's actually real moss, and you kind of keep it wet, and probably find these a lot in commercial spaces. The contact card, some more leaflets. And they're typically the kind of things you get in trade show bags. And then when you go to designer trade show training days at the suppliers' stores or showrooms, they give a bit more products in their bags. First up is Alchemist Paints, and it's the Carlo paint tub. We went to a recent training day with them, telling us all about their products. A bag full of bits and pieces, which I'll show you now because everything's fallen out of the bag. But anyway, there's the bag, and in the bag, pen, notebook, which is great. They also gave us these Ticarilla colour charts, which are again very helpful and very useful when you're speccing. And the Alchemist fifth dimension colour chart, again these are very helpful. They gave us this to try out, this paint remover, and they said, and varnish remover, so really good if you're stripping paint from furniture and doors and windowsills and all that. They also gave us this gilet which would probably be handy in the winter on site. And then they also gave us this, which is a cleaner, and it's non-toxic and it's pH neutral. Paintbrush, which is kind of angled like that for paint, for cutting in and painting, and just some rollers to try out. That was the paint hub in Carlow. Oh yeah, and obviously they gave us their Alchemist Moody range, which has some really lovely colours, and so that's an Irish company. That's one that's good to know and it's good to support. And then I also recently went to Canidia Flooring Company up in Dublin, and this one is particularly special because this isn't typically what you get in supplied packs. Generally, obviously the most important bit is their information pack, which is good to have, but and a notebook and pen, they can never have enough of those as an interior designer. But then they treated us to some really nice things. This was this neon sleep duo. Seriously, we never get any of this stuff. A Charlotte Tilbury lip balm, Max Benjamin candle, and some mints, which are always handy in a lovely little mint box, and obviously the contact card. That was a particularly special swag bag, and as I said, they don't normally come like that. But in all seriousness, it's very important to keep up with what the suppliers are doing, what the innovations are, and these are a very good way of doing it because you're talking to the people who know their products, you're building a relationship with them so that if you've any queries or questions, or if you want to run something by them, you've met them face to face, you're comfortable doing that. That's why it's important to go to these places, and that's why they give us these things, particularly the information packs, because that's what you're actually looking at. Hope you found that interesting. If you did, let me know in the comments because I'd love to hear. And thank you for watching, and subscribe. Bye for now. See you next time.